Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another update video. It is Thursday, so almost the end of the trading week, and interesting day in the market today. We finally got a much needed green day, although if you take a look at the heat map here, we were green, but were we really? More, we were kind of flat and we just kind of ended up green. I mean, take a look at Amazon up 0.6%, Google, Facebook down 0.1%. Semis were pretty good. AMD closed the day up about 1.2%, Nvidia 1.5%. Of course, Micron just doing whatever Micron wants to do. Micron decided it was going to do the opposite and then go down today, so it was down 0.8%. But, overall kind of an odd day in the market because, yes, some theta passed or time passed, but actually my options did not go to a penny like I thought they would, because they were up. Both AMD was up about 1.2%. We'll take a look at space in a second, but let's get right into it. So AMD, as you can see, we opened the day pretty much flat compared to where we closed yesterday, but within the first half an hour, we totally took off. We were up almost 2.9%, dipped a little bit, a bit of choppy trading all throughout the day. We ended up closing about a little over 1.4%. Looks like after hours, we're just rallying just a little bit more, up another 0.3%, but it is good that AMD rallied because I think right now what I'm going to do is most likely, since tomorrow's already Friday, there's only one more trading day left until my options expired. And if you weren't a long-time viewer of the channel, I currently own 200 shares of AMD that I've been selling covered calls on. So I have an 85 strike covered call, actually 2 contracts since I have 200 shares that expired tomorrow. And I was hoping that they would get to a penny earlier in this week so then I could just close out the positions and then open up more covered calls and have a longer data expiration and so collect more premium. But that didn't happen, and tomorrow's already Friday, so at this point, why pay more fees just to close out a position at $1? Might as well collect that extra $2, save a few bucks in fees as well, and then just wait until Monday to open up some new covered calls. Now, the little bit of gamble I am taking though is that, let's just take a look real quick just to prove to you that the 85 strike is trading, actually this is for October 2nd because Robinhood does not allow you to trade zero data expiration options, but take my word for it, it's trading for about 2 pennies, I think 1 or 2 pennies right now, but that's why I didn't close it out. But the gamble I am taking is that actually on Saturday, the president is supposed to reveal his Supreme Court nomination, and so I'm sure that's going to create a lot of bit of turmoil over the weekend that may spill over into the stock market come Monday. So the gamble I am taking is if I open a covered call tomorrow, maybe Monday will be red, and so it might have been a better decision to open up a covered call tomorrow, a little bit more days to expiration, but while the share price of AMD is high. Now, the flip side could be true as well. Maybe Monday we open up higher than we closed Friday, and so then it would be better to open up a covered call on Monday because then my strike at maybe 85 or maybe 84 would be closer to the money than if we had a red day. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think I'm decided that I am going to sell a monthly option on AMD, and that's because I think I can collect a little bit more premium, meaning a little bit more bang for my buck in terms of a weekly basis by selling a monthly. And then also I do think that the market is going to turn bearish these coming weeks because there's a lot of uncertainty and volatility with the election coming up and the presidential debates starting up soon. So I do want to lock in some high premiums in case the market does dip. So that's my thought process there. With space, I have a few other thoughts, but let's just take a look at the trading view chart on AMD right now. So if I zoom in here, again, these are daily candles. As you can see, again, AMD touched this kind of $73, $74 trend line here and then bounced off it. So ever since about September 17th, AMD has been trading between about $74 and $78, this $4 channel. And it's interesting because if we zoom out, the last time AMD kind of traded in a channel, like you can see, in April, May, June, it kind of bounced up and down between about $57 and $50. And then finally, when it broke out, it really broke out. It took out to the moon, right? So I'm wondering if we're going to trade in another channel again, then have another giant breakout up to 85.90. So that's in the back of my mind, but I don't think that's probable to happen, but it is possible because it's AMD, and AMD is a relatively volatile stock compared to its peers in the same price range. But the bearish signs are that it's trading below the 21-day moving average still, and also is trading below the 50-day moving average. So that is going to also act as an area of resistance around $78 or $77, high 77s, let's say. So my question now is, okay, let's say I do decide I want to sell a monthly option, a covered call. What strike do I choose? Because my covered calls, I've collected $97 in premium, or 97 cents per share. So let's just round it up to $1. I got to sign my shares at $85. So my cost basis is pretty much $84 come tomorrow, as long as AMD doesn't rocket past 85 in a day, which I don't think it will. So I think at the very least, I will sell an 84 strike covered call just to play it safe. So if in this month AMD does rally to 84 above, then I will basically sell off my shares if I don't want to roll, because that's another option. I can sell off my shares at a break-even share price plus whatever premium I've collected along the way. So that I could do, that would be the safe strategy, let me sleep well at night. Or if I kind of believe my technical analysis here, I've drawn a resistance level at about 78. I think there's another resistance at about 80. You also have this 21-day moving average at about 80 and the 50-day moving average at about 78. And then you have another resistance level that I believe is around 83. So in order to get to 84, AMD would have to break basically past my moving averages and 3 trend levels. I could play it a little bit more aggressively and sell something maybe like 82, 83. I think 83 would still be relatively safe because that's where I drew this trend line. Maybe if I really get really aggressive, I could play it like at 80, because then I'll have to break through still both moving averages most likely and pretty much 2 areas of resistance. I mean, the other thing I could do, because I own 200 shares, is I could sell one covered call aggressively at 80 and another one safer at, let's say, 83 or 84. So a lot of decisions to make. I think it might just come down to how my mood is that day, meaning how aggressive or how non-aggressive I'm feeling. Let me know in the comment section below what you would do. I'm very open to ideas and thoughts and, why you would or would not do what I'm suggesting. But, it all depends on really also how greedy I'm feeling as well. At this point, I do know that it's probably going to take a lot for AMD to get back up to like 84, 85. So I am trying to collect a little bit more premium so I can keep reducing my cost basis further. So we'll have to wait and see how tomorrow trades. And then I think over the weekend when the market isn't open, I'll have a lot more time to kind of reflect on a good strategy to do. So stay tuned for my weekend update video to see what my plan is for Monday. But we'll have to wait and see. I was looking at the weekly premiums, and both for AMD and Space, the weekly premiums were just not very good at all. So that's not really looking good in the cards. I would at the very least sell an option 2 weeks out. But like I said, I am looking at monthlies right now. Let's keep going and move on to Space or Virgin Galactic. And I also own 200 shares of Space that I got assigned at $19. And today I actually did the math, because I've been selling covered calls on these Space shares for probably close to 2 months now, and just selling covered calls and collecting premium along the way. So I did the math, and my cost basis on Virgin Galactic is actually $17.86. So right now, again, we opened up in the red, but Space rallied nicely in the afternoon, and we actually closed green. So currently Space is trading at just about $16. So I'm actually not that much in the hole, because like I said, my cost basis right now is $17.86. And since Virgin Galactic is right now trading for $15.97, I'm only down $1.89 per share times 200 shares. So really, I'm only down $378, which is a lot better than being down from $19, which is where I was assigned shares. So, I'll be honest with you, because I was able to collect 60 cents in premium over the past 2 weeks. So basically 30 cents a week. If I could replicate that, looking at the options chain on Space right now and looking at monthly covered calls, let's say I go to October 30th, for example. If I sold a covered call at, let's just say $18, because my cost basis right now is at $17.86, I could collect $1.15 in premium. So if I was able to ride this to max profit, basically in a month, I could further reduce my cost basis by another $1.15. So $17.86 minus $1.15. So I could get my cost basis down to $16.71. And I'll be honest with you, I could hold these shares for months and just keep selling covered calls and maybe get my cost basis down to zero. I mean, if I can collect $1 a month, basically on average, let's just say I could get $12 off in a year from now. And that would be pretty fantastic. I mean, if I can get another $11 off, let's say, I would be owning 200 shares of Virgin Galactic at, let's just say, around $6 a share. And I could just continue that on. If I could hold this thing for 2 years, I could easily get my cost basis down to zero, as long as I can average maybe $1 a month, which I think is doable because I've already gotten 60 cents in 2 weeks. So times 2, that'd be $1.20. I mean, yes, some months are going to be worse than others or better than others, but I think averaging $1 a month is actually pretty reasonable. So, I don't know. I'm kind of entertaining that idea of not getting my Virgin Galactic shares called away and just keep trying to reduce my cost basis until it gets to zero. Let me know what you think about that. I mean, I think Virgin Galactic personally is going to be one of those companies where potentially like 10 years from now, this share price could be worth hundreds of dollars. And I could be kicking myself saying, oh no, I owned Virgin Galactic at $19. Like, why did I get rid of that? Because, how many companies are doing space travel? There's SpaceX and there's Blue Origin, but neither of those two other ones are publicly traded. And Virgin Galactic is more for like commercial use, not for, missions to the space station and such. They're more for passenger travel. So they really don't have any competitors right now. It could be interesting. I mean, they have a big moat basically. So I don't know. I do like that thought of holding Virgin Galactic shares for the long term because I don't have a lot of money invested in them. If I can keep generating monthly or weekly premiums, that's great. And the premiums are always pretty juicy. So it's certainly on my radar. Let's take a look at the TradingView chart on Space or Virgin Galactic. So again, one bad thing is today, there was this area of what I thought was initially support at around $16. We broke down below it and closed below it yesterday. And today, we basically closed the day right on that trend line. So I hope we don't bounce to the downside tomorrow, because then I think the next level of support is going to be the low 14s. And I don't want space to drop that much further for my cost basis, because the closer I am to the money, the more premiums I can collect safely. Now, I hope we break back up to the upside tomorrow, have another green day, because I think the next level of resistance is in the high 16s. And then we are having this 21-day moving average around $17. That's probably going to act as another area of resistance. But yeah, I'm hoping for the market overall, we have a green day tomorrow, because then I'll be able to collect more premium on not only my space covered calls on Monday, but also my AMD covered calls. But we'll just have to wait and see. But that's where my head is at right now. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my plan. Please, I'm all ears. And if you're not in our trading group in our Discord server already, you're missing out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And as always, happy trading.